Now, Homos in Hammond, Indiana.
Hi everybody, we're back. I hope you all had a really great holiday and that you're back to normal. Think everybody's back to normal?
Yeah, no. No.
Well, over the holidays, we finished our remodel.
Finally, yeah.
And,
Started at Halloween.
yeah, started before Halloween.
We talked about that.
Yeah. Well, it was August we started the whole thing.
That's right. August to January. End of December.
Right. And we really wanted, ideally we wanted to do fun remodeling, like the kitchen, or
yeah, we wanted a new kitchen.
We wanted to put
bust out a wall.
We wanted to put a folly on the roof that would allow us to get up and use the attic for storage, with a widow's walk and all this fun shit. But we live in an old house, and we're not any younger, so our better judgment took over, and we decided to do what was necessary instead of what was fun.
Yeah. Too bad we're not 30.
I know. But what was necessary was we had to get rid of the old furnace and ductwork and replace it because our electric bills, our energy bills were just ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's so much more comfortable, but that's jumping ahead.
Yes.
Sorry.
And that's all right. And new windows. And to finish off the siding on the back of the house, because when we did our remodel the first time, we ran out of money and only sided the new remodel part and the front of the house where people saw.
Yeah.
So the back of the house still had that fake brick.
And curiously, lots of people never noticed.
No, I know.
Or were polite. I'm not sure. I think they just never noticed.
I think it's weird. Yeah. But so we started with the we went and took advantage of the 4.25% interest rates that were in place around August, and we refinanced the house. And then we took what equity we had from our last mortgage, which was, 2001?
I think just 2000. I don't know, yeah.
Well, around after, though.
Yeah, that's right, 2002. I don't know. I don't remember. 8-10 years ago, something like that.
So we took what equity we had, and that's what we used to do this remodel. We put absolutely every penny. It just went from the bank to the contractors. So we didn't even play around with buying a new 3D television or anything, which I really like.
Which we would have done when we were 30.
Yes, we would have. But we had to do the furnace first, because it was going to be a huge mess. The ductwork was just, and there used to be coal in here, and then there was this thing of that gravity heater was no oil. That gravity heater was like from 1954, did he say? Yeah. And so it was a mess. But we had two people come out give us estimates. We're not big on the whole estimate thing and going for the cheapest price. We have that as a consideration, but we pretty much always go on whether we like the person or not.
We can tell whether we just know. You just know. You feel it.
And
the first guy we knew was wrong.
The first guy was just a little bit jerky and a little bit too hetero.
He wanted to leave as much as he could. He really sounded like he was cheaping it down. Yeah. Yeah.
Because
we didn't never say cheap it down.
No, we didn't say cheap it down, but he was cheaping it down. But he did give us more than one quote. But still, I think he was going to leave a lot of old shit.
He wanted to leave a lot of existing stuff, which we knew didn't need to be here.
Right. And we just didn't want it anymore either. And so the second guy, which is the one we went with, which is Van Drunen.
Yeah.
I thought they were
very good.
They were very. Van Drunen was just like very nice. Yeah. And since this is such a sophisticated new system, we wanted somebody that we could have a lifelong relationship with.
Yeah. It's got
because they're going to have to come and service this thing. I mean, we've never had the other one serviced ever. in 1954. I mean, well, since we've lived here in '88. The next thing we did was the windows and the doors and the siding. Since we'd used M&M before, we were very comfortable with the idea of using them again. We were thrilled that they did windows, that they did siding, and they were branching out. Unfortunately, I think that their branching out thing is rather new, and they were trying to overbook themselves, and I think that that's what they did.
Yeah, that's why we had all the delays.
Yeah, we were really pissed off about that, because, you know, we didn't decorate for Halloween, because they said 6 to 8 weeks. That would put it at Halloween.
And Halloween is still nice weather, which
still nice weather.
Was a consideration in our
was,
brains. Anyway.
Yes. And then it went on till it was going to be November. So they called the week before Christmas week, the week before Christmas week.
And they called on Monday and said, "Good news, Bruce.
Yeah, we're going to come and put in your windows tomorrow." And I was like, "No, you're not, because we've got to go shopping for Christmas dinner and all this shit." No, you're not. No, you're not.
And they might have got away.
We thought you were in a hurry to get them. And I'm like, yeah, but you pushed it so much. What am I going to do now?
They might have got away with that if they called the week before and said.
That's right.
Yeah, they might have got, but
maybe
not tomorrow.
Now I'm glad. No, but so we decided. We called it. We said, well, you know, do it the week in between Christmas and New Year's, which is great because it's a shitty week.
Yeah.
So that's what they did.
I'm always depressed.
That's what they did. And they did it really fast, like they said. It took like just 1 day for the door, and then 3 days for the window, or 2 days for the window. About 2 days for the windows. And then 4 days for the siding, because they ran out of
material around the windows.
Now, what's with that?
Yeah, I know. They're a siding company.
Yeah. So that's two things that we're upset about. Also, we didn't know that they were going to dig down like a foot around the foundation of the house, because we had them side all the way down past the foundation concrete blocks, just to seal them in there, because, you know, they're not getting any younger.
We have a mouse.
Kind of like fun. And we had a mouse problem, so we figured this would plug up all the holes where the mice might be coming in.
Anyway.
And they dug out all this dirt.
Yeah.
And then just left it on the sidewalk, and when it was really muddy because it warmed up that week.
It started to warm up. It rained. They had disconnected the gutters, which makes sense. But then they didn't. They left while it was thawing, and they didn't reconnect the downspouts.
They didn't reconnect.
So it got worse and worse over the weekend while they were gone.
Another big thing, stupid thing that they did was that on Thursday, the siding people ran out of the siding and said, well, we're going to have to finish this up next week, maybe Tuesday. And I said, fine. And they said, well, we'll clean everything up. Well, that's when they didn't put the downspout in. And they didn't, they had taken the back porch light that's attached to the house, the outside light, and disconnected it. But unfortunately, the two little hot wires were touching each other. And they didn't bother telling me that the light was down and disconnected. So I went that night to take the dogs out, flipped the switch, and bam, there went all the electricity on that circuit, which I couldn't find which friggin' circuit it was. Because we had some work done and they mislabeled the box, and I thought I'd hit all the switches. So I called them, I bitched, I complained, I said, I don't know why this is working this way. I can't get the circuit breaker to make anything work. I said, I'm afraid of having these exposed wires like this. What should I do? Nobody was there. The lady in the office has to call the boss, who's at dinner or something, the owner of the company, and he just calls somebody else. In the meantime, I'm thinking, bullshit, they aren't going to get back to me. So I call our electrician and ask his advice. And he said, and I said, number one, are the wires supposed to be apart or together? And he says, make sure that they're apart. I said, good. At least that I knew now. You know, and well, we put together a little video, and now we'd like to show you what we've done.
We decided to begin this project by getting rid of an old, antiquated gravity heater with an octopus system of huge vents. Everything had to be removed and replaced. all the vents and the window air conditioners, since we'd be adding central air to the system as well. Well, here it is, the entire new Lennox system. Pretty sophisticated, huh? Well, we're impressed. The thing is really, really efficient. Apparently, if you look inside that thing, it's got computer chips and panels and major computerized things. And very, very not simple. The whole thing has a filtration, whole house humidifier, Aprilaire, and it works great. It's got a vent down here for an intake vent so that my feet won't get cold while I'm down here working on my drawing table. The whole thing is, air is brought in through tubes from the side of the house, and it goes through that filter there, which can be upgraded to whatever type of filtration you want in your house. It filters the air before it puts it into your house as it's heating it or cooling it. It's pretty cool, and it's really, really pleasant, actually. Now let's see what we've done on the back porch. We've replaced all the windows out here too. There's that one. This is part of what they call their art glass collection. And here is where we decided that we needed the most help. A new back door. That was most important. We were getting mice in here like crazy. Turns out the threshold was rotted out, which was replaced. Here's another art glass window here, and it matches the other art glass window on the back porch. Of course, I use the term art glass rather loosely, since these are energy efficient windows and obviously not art glass. Now let's check out the 6 new windows in the keeping room, which is a fancy name for the room off the kitchen, where we keep things like the microwave and the refrigerator and the tea and extra dishes. And back here, the woodwork had become part of the mural and wasn't in such great shape. So we knocked out the part of the framing between the 2 old windows, and these are double windows, so that we had actually more viewing space by doing this. I think it looks much better for this room. Here's how you clean them. Everybody's seen how these things work. Push here. Oh wait, lift it up. Wait. This is my first time. I'm a virgin. Alright, pull these, and you pull this out like this, and you go wishy, 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 wishy. Actually, there could be washed. And then you leave this down here like this, and then you pull this down a little, and then you pull these things here. Da-da-da-da-da! Washy, 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 wash. Wasn't that easy? We didn't have to take the screen out or anything. Oh, I love it. All right, put them back in. They pop right back. Yep. Put up. Pop this back up there. Make sure you go like this. Pop it in. Latch it. And boom. Oh.
Is the top one all the way up?
I got mine. That's it. Ta-da! And now to the kitchen window. This is considered a picture window. It cranks out. It's great. Has a screen on the inside. Here's the guest bedroom window, or currently Chris's office. These are the dining room windows. They're considered the prairie style, which are the same ones in the keeping room and the same ones in our living room, actually. As you can see, these are single windows that have been designed and manufactured to fit within our pre-existing antique molding. They came out great as far as I'm concerned. This is what the prairie style windows look like from the outside. As much detail as on the inside, actually. It's quite nice. After the doors were put in, and while the window crews were putting in the windows, a separate crew was finishing off the siding on the whole back area of the house. They did everything to match what we had done in the front previously. It matches pretty well. Now just throw in a couple of area rugs that we ordered on the internet, and we're pretty much finished. Thank God. Home decorating is over. Thank you very much.
Well, we really are happy with the end product.
Yeah. Was it worth it?
Yeah, I think it was totally worth it. My sinuses have never been better because of the heating and cooling system that we have. I mean, the fact that it filters the air before it puts it in the house has really made a huge difference on my sinuses.
Yeah, we feel like we're in a new place.
I know. You can breathe better.
Yeah.
Even heats, and the windows are airtight.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful.
So much quieter in here too.
So much quieter. You don't hear the outside at all. So
which is a big plus.
Yes, but if Courage grabs another cat, I'm not going to hear him screaming for help.
Ooh.
So anyway, we hope you enjoyed this little segment, and to everybody, have a fabulous New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.